I'm also excited to end the show with our next guest. He is the reigning, defending UFC featherweight champion. He is the one and only Max Blessed Holloway. He has just touched down in God's country. Say it with me, Max. Are you there? Say it with me. We go
What's
into the ship. We
shit,
go
boy?
into the
We go
ship.
into
What?
the
We
shit,
go
boy.
into the ship. Yeah, Max Holloway, my man. How you feeling, Max?
I feel great, man. I feel great. I can't wait. Just got off a plane. A little bit tired. I know people is gonna watch this film and be like,
Uh-oh.
look, he's going back to 45 and he looks tired or whatever." But it's just the flight, man. The travel is crazy. We read that out. We just got here a couple hours ago and ready to attack this damn media day.
Yeah, I appreciate you doing this. Thanks to you and your team, your man Chris, because I know you just got off the plane. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it, Max. But
No, thanks for having.
you're back in Canada. Things are good. The Raptors made the finals. I got to ask, you're so close to Toronto. Are you going to go to game 1 or 2?
Nah, the whole thing going on. I've been talking with texting the GM Bobby Webster, and yeah, he been hackling me to come out, and I'm in camp. We'll be in camp pretty soon when we get back. So I don't think I'll be able to make it, but I'll be watching every single game. You know this. You guys know this. I've been going crazy. There's the reaction video. I was going crazy.
Yes. I feel like we need you there, Max. On behalf of Canada, we need you there. I'm going to game 1,
I
Max. I was hoping to see you there.
I know. I wanted to go so bad. Did you see how much someone paid for
Crazy.
seats?
Yes.
Someone paid the what $57,000 to sit courtside. That's ridiculous. And man, that's so crazy. It's crazy. It's I don't know what to say. I'm still on a high. I'm still on a high. The video, they're so crazy that they did what they did. They did the backside sweep. I'm calling it. They went 0-2 and then they went four straight. And I got another game. I think so. They win in 6 games. I think so. Raptors do it again in 6 games. So I'm
That's the
excited.
official Max Holloway prediction. Raps in
That's
6.
the prediction. Raps in 6, baby. Let's go. We'll bring
Wow.
one home, Raps. Let's go, baby.
I love it, Max. I love it. I love it, baby. All right, that's very exciting. I can't wait. It's going to be a lot of fun. So obviously we haven't talked. We haven't heard much from you since April, since the fight against Dustin
uh,
Poirier.
uh.
Were you surprised at all by Dustin? I think we all thought this was the beginning of your run at 155, and then we saw you
uh,
in there, and he looked so much bigger than you, and obviously
uh.
fought a great fight. Like, were you surprised by the experience, by what he brought to the table?
Not at all. Not at all. He's one of the best guys in the world. Like you say, he beat former champs. And even about the fight, we could talk about when we fought 145 because that was so long ago. If I talk about the fight now, I don't, that's not right for Dustin. If I talk about the fight right now, it doesn't sound like I'm making excuses. And I'm not going to make no excuses. He was the better man that night. And he took the W. Congratulations to him. I'm excited to see him and Khabib go after it. And I can't wait. We back. We ready. I'm going to be back here in the 10th Island. And I can't wait to fight again.
So you're taking this fight, relatively soon after the fight against Dustin. You're coming back
Uh-huh.
just 3 months later. Was that always part of the
Uh-huh.
plan, or did they come to you and say, "We need you for this card"?
No, that was part of the plan. The plan was fight at 55, come back in summer, defend my 45 belt, and we go from there. We actually I got back from after the fight. We got back to my hotel room at 5 a.m. in the morning. Dana called us at 12 o'clock in the afternoon to check us, and I was harassing him already. I was like, when is my next fight? Book my next fight. I wanted to get back in there, and exciting times. They came with this. This is the fight they came up with, and I was excited for it. I can't wait. Me and this dude got some history, and I can't wait to share the Octagon with him.
So there was this video that came out afterwards of your son Rush, who was sitting cage side. He was very emotional watching that fight, and I think since
Yeah,
he's been coming to your fights, that was the first time that he saw you lose, right?
yeah,
What was it
yeah,
like
yeah.
to see his reaction, to see how much pain he was in for you?
You know, Ariel, me and you are the same. I'm a dad. You know this, and life sometimes is about how to take L's. The kid didn't which he never saw me lost. He never saw me lost. I was a superhero in his eyes. And he noticed that hey, his dad is normal. And he grew. He came stronger, and now I think I'm positive, and he's taking the step to be my superhero one day. So it is what it is. It was a life lesson, and it was a hard one. I talked to him after the fight. I told him, I asked him, I was like, why you cry for it? He wasn't crying when I was getting punched in the face or cut or whatever. He said he actually cried because I lost. So, that's cool. A lot of people, they don't understand. There's difference in this. A lot of people always tell me, oh, where you take the kid to the fight and blah, blah, and so on. This is all he knows. All he did know was me winning, and all he sees me is fighting. When he was a young kid, he came training with me. I didn't have a babysitter at the time. He had to come to the gym with me, and that's what we did. And now he understands I lost that little superhero ability, but he's one step closer to becoming my superhero. So you win some, you lose some.
Was it hard for you to see him like that? Did it break your heart?
I saw him crying. I talked to him, and it's life. It's life. I had to be strong for him. I had to hold back some tears, but not today. This is life. Things come to end. All good things come to end sometimes, and it's just learning experiences, man. When I saw him, I just talked to him. I was glad. I told him, hey, not to ever cry again. Don't do that. You break your daddy's heart. And he promised me he wouldn't, so it's cool.
It's pretty amazing. He's got Shaq consoling him. Did you see that? Everyone loves him so
Yeah, I
much.
saw Shaq. Yeah, I saw Shaq. I saw Dust.
Dustin.
Try to talk to him, and it's they cool. This sport, man. This sport is amazing. This is just a different sport. This the people in it, the fighters. They when we get people think we're one way, and then when you get to see behind the scenes, through it in agony. I think that's one of the best videos that UFC drop. Is when they do the through it in agony. They see the raw emotion, the real people, and I didn't even know the camera was there half the time. I was tripping out when they got someone's film of it. I was like, oh wow, I didn't see him, so that's cool.
Yeah, it's amazing footage that you guys allow us to see that part of you. And I don't even know if you can answer this question, Max, but I will ask it anyway. Like, you always seem to say and do the right thing. Sometimes the sport gets really ugly at times, and like the way you
Uh,
and Dustin handled yourselves, conducted yourselves, what you said to him afterwards, even how you react to the loss afterward, what you say on social media. Where does that come from? Have you always been that way? Like, why I hope I'm not jinxing you here, but you always just have the ability to say and do the right thing. You are an amazing representative for our sport, and I'm not just saying it because I'm talking to you. I said it on the Monday after the fight. You and Dustin represent the best of MMA, the way you conduct yourselves. Has that always been something that's been inside of you, or is that just part of your maturation as a person and a fighter?
uh, you know, I, I gotta thank my grandparents. My grandparents, my parents. They're the one that raised me. They're the one that you see, and then I got a great team behind me. I got a great team behind me to make sure. There's a lot of stuff that goes on in this sport that my team would just not have nothing to do with me if I did. So, it's just this is one part of life. This is one part of life to me. Fighting is a lot to me. But at the end of the day, being a greater person. I always told people that at the end of the day, the belts and everything and the records and whatever and so on and so on. It's all cool and all, but my thing is if it's changing the world. If one day someone came up to me and told me, wrote me a letter or came to my house or saw me in private and said, "Hey, look, you changed my life." That's what it's about. It's changing one person's life. You want to leave this world better than when you was here. So that's the plan.
Are your days of fighting at 155 over?
you know, after that Dustin fight, after the first Dustin fight at the 45, I the ladder to getting a title shot was so long, was so far because it's brand new, But no disrespect to 55ers or all the challengers there, but after this loss to Dustin, the ladder at 55 ain't really that long. I feel like if I want to go up there and mix it in with them, then we get in it. Me and my team, we sat down after the Dustin fight, like we said, we talked about it, and we see what happens. My agenda was always going to 55. I'm grateful for all the 45 and the 55 challenges that let me do that, but it's always to come back down, defend my belt, and then go from there. So we see what happens. 55 ain't out. Fishes swim, birds fly, and I fight. So I can't wait.
So you and Frankie have been booked to fight each other twice in the past. The fight has fallen through for various reasons, And as this was coming together, myself, other media members, other people were very vocal about the fact that we thought that Alexander Volkanovski should have gone the next title shot because he's won 17 in a row, undefeated in the UFC, beat Jose Aldo, et cetera, et cetera. But they went with Frankie. What did you make of the decision to go with Frankie? Are you okay with that?
Yeah, after this fight, when I was asking for the fight after the Dustin fight, I literally asked Dana when he talked to me that day at 12 o'clock in the afternoon, on Sunday afternoon. I asked Dana, I told him, when we're going to fight. We talked to the UFC, we asked who we're going to fight. And, they said they was waiting. They're going to wait to see after that Alex Jose fight. And I was like, cool, just send over the contract when you guys ready. And, I don't know what they was looking for. Maybe they was looking for something exciting, some type of top performance. And I guess so in their eyes, they didn't get it. There's, you know, even when you look at me, like I'm not saying anything, but UFC, they like baking some guys. It took me 10 fights to get an interim title shot, and my man DC to get hurt. So, that's it's just time. If they really want to screw Alex over, I think they would have left him ranked number 4 or 5 or whatever rank he was, and not move him to number 1. I think so. I think so. He's gonna get the fight. That's just it. There's guys like Connor and Izzy. These guys that made highlight reels. That's how come they got that title shot so fast. And then there's guys like him or me that sometimes they just feel like, oh, let's bake these guys a little bit longer. Let's see what they're made of. So I don't think so. He lost his shot at all. I know he was just hospitalized in his foot. I hope everything is going great for him. I saw him talking to the show. So we go from here. First thing first is Frankie. And like I said, I don't get to choose. These guys, they think I get to call up UFC and that I want to fight this guy. It doesn't work that way. When you're a champ, they usually call you up and say, look, you're fighting this guy and that's it. Sign the contract. And I ain't got no problem with that.
I know you don't like to choose, you don't want to choose, but it did feel to me like there was a part of you that felt like at some point I need to beat Frankie. At some point that would be a good thing for my career to get by him because he's a former champion and all that, and he's such a legend in this game. Is that accurate?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Frankie is one of the guys that you want to fight. Frankie, Aldo, these are the guys that I wanted to fight, and, it just came to fruition, third time's a charm, I hope, and I can't wait. And why not do it here in Canada? I heard, I was talking to the guy that's talking to me about the arena, our driver, and he said how much the arena costs, how much they spend on the Jumbotron. That's going to be crazy. When he was telling me the prices of this stuff, I was tripping out. So I'm excited to be here.
Let me tell you something, Max. I've been to a lot of arenas in my day. The arena in, do I still have you? We may have lost Max there. I was about to tell him something about Rogers Arena. Oh, he's back. Max, are you
sorry
back?
about that. Sorry about that. Yeah, sorry about that.
No problem.
Yeah.
The arena in Edmonton, Rogers Arena, is the nicest arena that I've ever been to in the entire world. It's unbelievable. So you're in for a treat.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm so excited. That's what I heard. I heard it's like it hold records and stuff. So I'm excited to fight here. Can't wait.
And have you seen Frankie yet, or are you going to do media with him this week?
I think we do media together this week. I haven't seen him. I haven't seen him yet. But
Okay.
I think we got a couple stuff on top of the schedule together.
Did you watch that Volkanovski Aldo fight? And if so, were you impressed with Volkanovski?
No, I didn't get to see it. I didn't get to watch it. I forget what I was doing, but I didn't get to see it. But I heard he won.
Yeah.
To beat the King of Rio in Rio is a tough thing. So congrats to him, and exciting times right now. Exciting times. A lot of contenders is popping up, and I can't wait.
There's this idea that's been thrown out, and I hope you don't say to me that you're just going to focus on July 27th because I'm going to ask the question anyway. But there's this idea thrown out that
I already know what the question is.
Israel, Robert, Australia, Alex, you, co-main event, Australia. Would you do that? Would you go to Australia to fight an Australian?
Hey, I'm not never say never. Like Justin Bieber's one famous song. Hey, don't say it. At the end of the day, we see what happens. I like opportunities. Why not? I went to King of Rio. I fought him there. So kings do, I guess. They go to other people's villages and they take over, right? So we see what happens. You know, we take one step at a time. We got a hands full with Frankie right here coming up. So I can't wait. You know, we see what happens. We see what UFC has to offer after this, and we go from there.
But in your schedule, you said the plan was always fight April, then come back in the summer, defend your title. Would then coming back in around October, if all goes well in July, would that fit your schedule, or would that even be too soon for you?
We see what happens. You know, we talked about summer with my team, and
Okay.
we didn't really go after that. We just wanted to do the 45 thing. We wanted to fight the 55, come back to 45, and we was gonna figure out after that. You know, we see what happens. We got a lot on our plate right now, and I just can't wait. This is exciting times right now. There's a bunch of fights, big fights coming up, and I can't wait.
I would imagine, though, it would be a little bit annoying. Like, you've been trying to get the UFC to come to Hawaii all this time, and then you got to go to Australia to fight an Australian. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I know. UFC Hawaii is a thing. I still believe it's gonna happen. I still believe that they can't be denying me for much longer. Come on, man. We need one home. So we see what happens. You know, I'm a faithful. I still got faith in it 100%. But if it's Australia, it's Australia. If it's the Ninth Island, Las Vegas, it's Las Vegas. So we see what happens.
It has been a long time that you have gone into a fight coming off a loss, Max. It's been a considerable amount of time. To be exact, when was it? 2013, an incredible run, that fight against Conor McGregor. So we're talking 6 years since you've gone into a fight off a loss. Do you feel different? Like, is your mindset different? Your confidence different? Is it a different experience now for you?
Not at all. You know, not at all. I approach every single fight like I told you guys before. You know, I'm 0-0. I'm 0-0 every fight. You know, the win streak was cool. The records I'm breaking is cool, but I'm 0-0 every fight. You know, I try to just stay focused at the task at hand and not look too forward, not look too back. But you know, it is what it is. You know, loss is not gonna define me. You know, and I said it before. A true champion is measured by what he can do after a loss, and not what he can do if he keep on winning. You know, so you guys get to find out. June 27th is gonna be an exciting time. You know, I get to be back in my adopted country, and
Yes.
I can't wait to do it.
How much did you weigh in that fight against Dustin? Do you know?
I do not know. I do
Okay.
not know.
I'm just wondering, are you dreading this cut back down? Like, was life so good in Atlanta that week that you forgot what life is like cutting to 145?
No, no, life is all right in Atlanta, you know. But you know, at 45, I'm not dreading it at all. You know, I'm
Okay.
a king. I'm a champ. We've been here, done that too many times, you know. So I can't wait.
How long are you staying in Edmonton for?
I'm staying here only for one night, my friend. I get home to Hawaii Wednesday night, so they got us jam packed there.
Damn.
Actually, after we got here, I gotta go do some media stuff, go to sleep, wake up, do some media stuff. I got my plane at in the afternoon tomorrow, and I arrive Wednesday night at home. So that's the great thing about flying to Hawaii. You always get back sometimes, so I'm excited.
Yes, and I know you come from, by the way, you come from a country, or I should say a state that has beautiful beaches. I don't know if you know this, but in Edmonton, they have one of the biggest malls in the world. They have an indoor beach. So
Beach,
yes,
yeah,
if
we
you're,
do. You know, you know. Hey, if you guys ain't following YouTube, me on YouTube, all Maxes, do you guys a favor and go ahead over to YouTube and follow me, because you know we're going to that beach. It's gonna be
yes.
all Maxes stuff. We're gonna do it. You gotta tell us the other secrets about. You know, I heard there's a famous lake. We looked it up over here. 6-hour drive. I don't know if we're gonna do it when we come up, but you know, there's a lot of stuff we do. You know, make sure you head over to YouTube. Follow me, all Maxes. We're gonna do that beach. We heard about it, and I can't wait. I'm excited for it.
Perfect. Yes, I want to see the Hawaiians at the indoor beach at the mall in Edmonton. That would just be absolutely perfect.
You can see a bunch of Hawaiian acting some fools at an indoor beach.
I love it. You're doing a great job, as always, with the social media stuff, and it was great to see your reaction to the Raptors win on Saturday. Max, thank you so much for doing this, my man. I really appreciate it, especially coming off the plane. It means a lot to us. So enjoy your time in Edmonton. It's a beautiful city.
Thank you,
They
brother.
call it the City of Champions, by the way, so you'll fit right in,
Oh,
right over there.
it's
You
a
and Wayne
perfect
Gretzky.
fit.
Exactly. You and Wayne Gretzky, my man.
Oh,
Enjoy it out there,
yes,
and we'll
man.
talk to you
Thank you.
soon. Go Raptors, baby.
No, thank you, fam. Go Raptors. Let's go. Raptors in 6. Let's go, baby.
Yes, I love it. There he is. Max Holloway, the adopted son himself, returns to Canada July 27th, Edmonton, to be exact, the Rogers Arena. Like I said, maybe the most beautiful arena that I've ever been to.